Tonight's Big Two Files, we examine a cold case nearly 30 years in the making.
Our Gabriela Meza breaks down this decades-old case and the recent developments that led to a new massive discovery.
It's a case that forces you to ask, who could do something like this? A newborn baby, just hours old, thrown away in the dumpster like trash. Right here in the South Odessa alley is where the mystery of baby John Doe began, and it all started on a hot July morning in 1996. It was July 18th, 1996. In a quiet South Odessa neighborhood, a man searching for cans in an alley came across something he could never forget. Inside a dumpster was the body of a newborn baby boy, later called Baby John Doe.
He was found in a dumpster in the alley of the 1300 block of Clifford. The baby was alive when he was put in the trash can. I believe someone threw a rock on him or something to that effect and hit him in the head, and that's what killed him.
Among the first on the scene was Sergeant Snow Robertson of the Metro Homicide Unit. A photograph of him lifting the tiny body from the dumpster has lived in Odessa's memory for decades.
They're all pretty devastating, but this one was really bad. The baby was just tossed in there like a piece of trash, which was not only upsetting me, it was just disgusting, to tell you the truth, way somebody would treat a baby like that.
The baby didn't have anybody to take care of him like he's supposed to have.
Robertson and his team worked the case relentlessly. They canvassed streets, knocked on doors, and questioned anyone who might know what had happened.
Mainly at that time, it was just trying to use every investigative technique that we had at the time, which was mainly canvassing that whole area.
I was part of a group that actually canvassed neighborhoods up and down there, trying to find out if anybody knew anything at all about the baby.
But despite countless flyers and tips, the investigation stalled. Baby John Doe had no name, no answers, and no justice. For several years, the community grieved a child they never knew, hoping that his case wouldn't stay cold.
The community embraced Baby Doe and wanted to know, who the mother was and what had happened. For many years, we used to look at it from the standpoint of how old would he be this year? This would be the year that Baby Doe would start kindergarten, or this would be the year that Baby Doe started high school, or this would be the year that Baby Doe would be graduating. So we kind of followed his life like he was still alive.
The community took this hard, just like the rest of us did. I remember there was a large crowd that attended the funeral.
Years turned into decades, and the case of Baby John Doe froze in time. But with the evolution of forensic science, cold cases like this one began to thaw, and a breakthrough was finally within reach. Detectives exhumed Baby John Doe's remains and developed a DNA profile. That profile was compared to family trees, distant relatives, and databases until nearly 30 years later, it led them back to Odessa. The baby's mother was identified as Rosmara Piwi Biscaño Arzate. She was just 24 years old at the time her son was left in the dumpster, living in the very neighborhood where he was found. Investigators say she went on to have 2 more daughters and even a grandson before dying by suicide in 2019. Her death meant prosecution was no longer possible. Even with her identity revealed, investigators believe the story isn't over. They're convinced someone else out there knows more.
There's got to be someone out there, right? How did she keep that to herself? Surely she told someone. Surely there was someone else that knows what happened. Imagine giving birth and then doing this. So there had to be someone else involved. So we're looking for that person.
For Sergeant Snow Robertson, the man who carried Baby John Doe from the dumpster and even brought clothes for his funeral, the hardest truth is knowing there will never be a trial. With the mother gone, justice in court will never come.
I would love to have had her identity. At the time I was there with Odessa Police Department to work the case to the very end, where it was taken to trial and she was found guilty. I would have loved that. But as it is, I think she's definitely receiving her justice right now.
Nearly 30 years have passed, but the memory of this child still lingers here. Not only because of the crime itself, but also because of the silence that followed. A baby discarded like trash, and a mother who will never stand trial. Today, Odessa is left with one final question. Who else knew about the baby, and why haven't they spoken? Reporting for your Big Two Files, I'm Gabriela Meza.